Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a budget with me in my bullet journal. I am showing you my setup in my new bullet journal that I just purchased, and I wanted to go through this process because I got a question on my last video asking me to go a little bit more in detail with my budget with me's, and in my planner I keep my weekly budgets where I kind of just stay on top of what's happening on a daily and a weekly basis. But in my bullet journal is where I keep track of where we are monthly and do an overall look of our financial goals. So my bullet journal does stay at home. It does not travel with me. I mainly only pull it out whenever I need to look at a new month and kind of do an overview of where we are. Now it's very plain, which is why I don't usually show it on my channel. However, if you are interested in knowing more about my bullet journal and wanting to see me do plan with me's in it for the monthly overview of my finances, please let me know, put it in the comments, and I will add it to my lineup. So currently right now what I am doing is setting up my savings trackers. I have different saving trackers that I stay on top of in order to reach our financial goals. The first one is our cash savings tracker. So that's this one, and it is for $3,000, and it is for smaller sinking funds. So like short-term travel, home, auto, business, nails, like just smaller things that I need to keep sinking funds for. And usually I just kind of spread out $3,000 among those smaller funds. So for my long-term sinking funds, I have a Capital account. If you've never heard of Capital, it's an app that you can attach to your checking account, and it will round up your purchases to the next dollar and basically save the change. So if you spend like $4.50 at Starbucks, it will round up to $5 and then take the 50 cents and put it in your Capital account. And it is a great way to save money if you are not really good at saving money on your own. The money really adds up very quickly, and I like to use this for my long-term savings. This is like long-term savings for sinking funds, not like for my emergency fund. And it's basically used for the same type of things. It's for long-term travel, for bigger home expenses, for bigger auto expenses, anything that kind of comes up that may be a bigger expense, something like over $500 or more. I will use my Capital account for that. And I just wanted to add really quickly that those are my goals as far as $3,000 for my cash savings and for my Capital savings. I don't have $3,000 in both currently. I have reached it for my cash, but I do not have, I think I might have like $600 or $700 currently in Capital, but I like to keep the goal of 3,000 because that's what I would like to have in both. But we know that things happen and you have to take in and out of sinking funds. That's the point of sinking funds. So I don't sweat it too much, but I like to keep it there as a goal. So currently I am doing my debt reduction page. I am currently working on 2 credit cards. It is my last 2 credit cards. If you didn't see how we got back in credit card debt, I will link that video above. But I am currently working off paying off these last 2 cards before I get into the rest of our debt. Our debt is about $300,000. That is including the house. Taking out the house is about $178, somewhere around there. But the credit cards are my biggest goal right now, to get rid of them, and my car is another really big goal of ours. So on this page, I'm just adding what my debt reduction goal is for the month of September, and that's to reduce one credit card by $250 a week and the other credit card by $315. For that second credit card, it would actually pay off the card. So my goal is to pay off one of my cards by the end of September. So now I am setting up our monthly budget for September, and I break down our budget into the percentage categories. This month I am using the 70-30 rule, meaning 70% of our income is going toward our bills and expenses, and the other 30% will go towards savings, giving, and debt repayment. You can see the breakdown of my 30% categories right here. 10% will go toward tithing. 2.5% will go toward our offering, 5% will go toward savings, and 12.5% will go toward our debt repayment. So those two cards that you saw me write down on the previous page, that debt repayment will go toward paying down those cards as quickly as I possibly can, and any extra income that we get during this month will go toward paying down those cards. The other 70% of our income, which is $7,700, will go toward the rest of our bills. So the first category that I have here is housing, which is our mortgage, water. This is any utilities that we have. Anything that is house related gets put in our very first category, and which is our housing. The second category is our transportation. So our car note, the car insurance, anything car related, gas and car washes. I know everyone always asks me about my car note. Know that I try and double up on our payments for our car note, because even though I'm not solely focusing on paying off our car note, I am trying to pay it down as quickly as possible, because we are working on getting another car for my husband, and I do not like to have two car notes at the same time. So I am trying to pay it off. So that's why it's so high. The third category is our food, which is our groceries and our toiletries. And this is just the bare minimum of what we need to kind of keep the house going. And the fourth category is our health, which is our medical, dental, and life insurance. You know, we pay out of pocket for our medical expenses. We have Blue Cross Blue Shield, but since we pay out of pocket, it is its own category in our budget. The fifth category is our subscriptions, which is Hulu, Netflix, YouTube, all the things that we need basically for our internet, because we do not have cable. And the sixth category is our debt. And this is basically what I use to pay off all of the other items. This is the minimum payment for all the other items that we are currently not working on paying off. So as of right now, I have a couple of things in this category, and I can't wait to get this out of the way. So the next thing that I'm going to do is add up all of the numbers that are under my 70% category to see how much I have left, because the next step is to look at my cash savings for my cash envelopes and my cash spending for my cash envelopes. And I had given up on cash envelopes for quite some time, because they just were not working for me at the time. But I have decided to give them another chance to try them out again, because I really, really want them to work. And so I have tried to separate them into cash spending for the week and then cash saving. So these are my spending categories, which are restaurant, my facials, nails, hair, kids, fun, clothing, and a miscellaneous category. And all the numbers that I have here are going to be what we're planning on spending monthly in those particular categories. The next section is going to be my cash savings, which is the amounts that I am going to keep in my envelopes for future savings. That's what was on the very first page that I did. And this is what I'm planning on set aside for the month in those particular envelopes, which I have business, travel, home, and auto is what I am planning on saving for this particular month. So now I'm just adding up everything to see what my balance will be in my account at the end of the month. But after I added up all of my numbers, it was $598 left over in the account, and so that will go toward debt repayment at the end of the month. I'm going to give y'all a quick flip through of what my bullet journal looks like, and just know that this is video 1. In my next video, I will pull out my happy planner, add all of my bills into my actual monthly calendar, and start planning out for the weeks. So y'all make sure that y'all stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Until next time, I will see y'all later. Bye, guys.